Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Bernard, and I was illegally imprisoned for a decade based on a corrupt judge, Lisa Davidson, of the 18th Judicial Circuit in Brevard County, Florida, who it turns out Davidson is involved with a satanic sex cult and enjoys imprisoning people and trying to steal their identity and stealing their life. They It's also involved my sister, Jennifer Bernard of Fairfax, Virginia, and Lori Thompson of Indian Florida, and her whatever the fuck he is, husband or whatever, and a bunch of other crooked cops and judges and everything. And they tried to steal my identity. Well, they did, and use it to buy houses, homes, steal an inheritance I didn't even know I had. You know what I mean? And they managed to get away with this for years, even though I had pointed out exactly how Lisa Davidson made these false rulings and manipulated the docket. So my point of this video is not only to just expose Lisa Davidson, particularly because she's a sick bitch, right? But there's a. What my point is, I sent the same information that the FBI was able to use to unravel the entire ring. And they have the leader in custody right now. He's talking on everybody. They got every piece of evidence. They got crooked lawyers, they got crooked cops, they got I mean, it's unbelievable how big this thing is. But my point is the same information that allowed the FBI to unravel the entire ring and all my legal documents that I submitted. And I submitted these to the current Chief Judge, Steve Henderson, who's a crooked piece of shit, to Charles Crawford, the previous Chief Judge, who's a crooked piece of shit, to Kurt Jacobus, who was my judge. He's a crooked piece of shit. He takes bribes. Kelly McKibben, who else? Morgan Reinman. Every judge in the 18th Judicial Circuit at courthouse is crooked. Tesha Ballou, all of them. They're all crooked. There's not a single decent, honest judge in the 18th Judicial Circuit. And not only that, because they've been having meetings for weeks now where they know that Lisa Davidson's lying and I'm right. And they still haven't released me from probation. They still haven't overturned my case. That's how fucking crooked they are. Because they don't want anyone to upset the little judge crony world because they don't have, or they have immunity. You get it? But they don't in this case because they never had jurisdiction and it's false crimes. You see what I'm saying? So they know that I can sue the piss out of them because they're only immune if they had jurisdiction, which they don't. So they're done. Do you understand? But it gets worse than that because I've submitted 3 appeals with the same information. So that means I had 9 different judges at the 5th District Court in Daytona. So that means the appellate court, the 5th DCA, they're all crooked too. They're all crooked. And let me tell you what else they do. They don't rule on law. They rule however they want. They don't rule by precedent. They do whatever they want because they know that there's no auditing system. No one's coming behind. It's all going to stay in the shadows. No one's going to correct them. And they do a thing called PCA, which is per curiam affirmed. So if all 3 agree, they call it PCA. And there's no recompense after that. Like, it's over. It's a PCA. So that's what they do. And they don't have to provide an explanation, right? So not only is the 18th Judicial completely crooked, the entire thing, like every judge in there needs to be thrown out. There needs to be an audit of every case for the past decade at least to see, because how many other cases? We know Lisa Davidson's done this before. This isn't new. Like, this is a pattern for her. This is how she gets her fucking jollies. Do you see what I'm saying? She feels powerful, fucking people's lives up. Like, she's a truly sick, awful human being, you know? So is my sister and everybody else. But Lisa Davidson's the ringleader, basically, right? She's the fucking top of bitch in the thing, right? Well, they're all crooked. The 5th DCA is crooked. And the problem is they're going to have to review the 5th DCA's case because who knows what they've been doing. You get it? This is a mess. This is a huge fucking mess. The entire judicial system is crooked. I promise you. Like, and if you want to challenge me, then let's go for it because you challenged me before and it took me 12 fucking years to finally get to this point. You get it? But now I'm ready and you won't stand a fucking chance. I got you. Like, let's do this. Let's expose everything. How about that? So I'm saying every single judge in the 18th Judicial Circuit needs to be dismissed immediately and disbarred. Like they shouldn't have a law license. They don't rule by law. They ignore law. Do you understand what I mean? They don't care because they can do whatever they want, right? It's two. No more judicial immunity. You blew it. You had it. With the whole thing, and when you read all the stuff in the bar and the judicial code of judicial conduct with the lawyer, with judges, they talk about how the judges are a higher and they have more responsibility, and obviously, so it's best to keep it in house and we'll deal with it because you have to trust us. No, you've lost that trust. You've blown it, and that's nationwide. You see this nationwide with this DOJ shit. It's everywhere. That's what's happened. You get it? The system is broken. The entire fucking system. Honestly, probably every judge in Florida is crooked. I'm just being honest. And they might not think so, like, oh, I'm not crooked. But they've done things. Every one of them. Every single fucking judge in the state of Florida. I'm just telling you, this is fact. If we did an audit, which they don't want, I promise you, they will fight and cry and spit, and you're going to see shit. But if you did an audit, I guarantee you would find anomalies everywhere. Everywhere. So the whole system's fucking broken, and this needs to happen now. And I want the public to know. So I'm going to sit here for the next few weeks and go through every single little bit of this. And I'm going to show you piece by piece. And I'm going to show you that I sent these other judges letters and said, what are you doing? Look, I had error. I mean, listen, a 5-year-old could have read it and figured out what was going on. I had arrows. I mean, I did it purposely to be that way. Do you get it? I was like, I'm dotting every I, crossing every T. The FBI was impressed. They were like, how the hell? Lisa Davidson was stunned. She thought I paid, like somebody told on, like, ratted her out. No, she's just dumb. Like, they think they're smart. That's the problem. They think they're fucking clever, and they have these positions of power, and they can do this shit. And we got to stop it. And I'm the one that's going to stop it. I am. And I hope you all come along. Hopefully, you all come along. Because there's a lot more going on here, too. There's a lot more going on. When you find out who I am and why I'm here and what's going on, this is going to blow your mind. I'm going to blow your mind. I promise. So come along for the ride.